Hey folks, I'm going to do a quick basic strider tutorial here. I'm not going to go into anything advanced. I just want to give you a solid baseline for practicing, completing runs at all, and for asking questions about places where you're having trouble. So let's get started. So the run starts, the timer starts when you press the start button on Game Start. I have input display up in the upper left hand corner so you can see what I'm doing. So first thing, you've got a whole lot of menuing here. You can use A or B to progress it, so I just put both thumbs over A and B and press them alternatingly. You don't have to go all out mashing. When you're done, your cursor's on transfer, so now you need to use A. Just A, and then we're going to go to Kazakh. So here you can just mash A to get you out of the space station and into Kazakh. So once you're in Kazakh, you just need to move to the right. So just hold right. Don't attack these. Don't try to jump over them. So you're going to jump at this hill, go down. So you can do a fancy jump there, but even if you don't, just go left. Again, don't attack any of these soldiers. Get down here. Okay, now here's the first glitch. So you need to do a maneuver that I call the back step, and it involves start and left and right. So if I just hold left here, I'm going to sort of bounce. I'm going to press start. And now I'm going to hold down and right, and unpause. And then I'm going to press left, and then a frame later press start. And now here I'm doing it off timing, but okay, that was too late. So I'm going to press down and right again, and I'm going to left and start. Okay, so if you actually turn around, the pause was too late. Okay, so you see there. So I sort of moved a little bit to the right. That's the right timing. So now I'm going to hold down and right and pause. And I moved a little bit to the left. There, you see again, like I made a big movement to the right. What we're doing is we're exploiting some off by one errors in the coding for when you turn around. So now I'm holding down and right and unpausing. And I've moved to the left. And see there again, we sort of jumped to the right. Now I'm going to down right and unpause. And we're ooching over to the left. And now we're ooching into the wall. Okay, there it was a little bit late. It's fine. So each time we do this, so you see there I like crouched, I wasn't pressing down, just now we're actually in the wall. So at this point, if I tap left, we're going to start zipping. And all we want to do is get here and then tap right. So now we've skipped a whole bunch of the level. So you need to be careful here. Jump over this guy. Kill this guy. Sometimes that soldier drops a thing. So now this robot can kill you pretty easily. So what you want to do is just make sure to get just close enough to slash it down. Dropped a pill, that gives us full health. And we're on to our first boss. This boss is actually a boss deep into the game. So first thing we need to do is we need to kill that square that's at the top. It does shoot. Try make sure not to get shot by it. And what we're going to do here is we're going to line up here, hold our sword up, jump, get a good slash in, and then we're going to get some more slashes in. And that kills. Now we're in this. That kills the square. Now we're in the second phase. So the thing in the background is going to start shooting little bombs at us. You don't want to get hit by those bombs. The hitbox for this enemy is sort of the head at the top, in the middle. So we're going to do up slashes. just for safety's sake, these bombs are on a timer. So once you know the timer, just be conservative. And there you go. It's dead. We level up. We actually level up like a bajillion times. There's a floppy there. We grab it. Also, now we have slide now. We learned slide. Slide is just down plus direction plus jump. That's all. Okay, so we're back at the menu. We need to analyze the one floppy we got, because that unlocks the next stage we need to go to. Okay, now we transfer, but we're going to press right to select Australia and go to Australia. So here, there's a few things we need to know. Go up this hill, kill that soldier. And we want to avoid these spike pits. So I'm going to teach you a slightly slower but really reliable way to get across the spike pit is when you get to the second one, instead of just holding right and jumping, jump neutral and then hold right. And what that does is we've set up jump storage now so that I can do this. I'm gonna walk off this pillar and then hit jump. There you go. And we can set it up here. It's just a glitch in the game related to its highly unusual jumping mechanics. So there, you noticed, come over here, I jump, then I jump, then move right, and then I'm over here. So next, I'm not going to show the Australia zip, but I am going to come over here against this door, face the soldier, and wait. And the soldier will just shoot us right through the door. That's exactly what we want. And here we are. So at this point, you want to make sure to be mindful of your health, because we are going to need to fight a boss. So here to slide off, come over here. Those spiky things do a ton of damage. Okay, now we're to our second zip. It's just like the first zip, except mirrored. So see there, I messed it up. But here, okay, now we're lodged in the wall. Now I'm going to tap right. But as soon as I pop out the bottom, I'm going to start mashing the jump button. There we go. What we did there was we wall jumped off of some invisible geometry and landed on the top of this thing. So come over, gonna take some damage. And all we want to do is we want to get over here and walk through to trigger the tile load so that we can fight this boss normally. If you end up going so far that you load both ways, that's fine. It's just a time loss. But you can sort of work out how far you need to scroll the screen over to the left before you turn over to the right to trigger that. So it's another one of these. The square moves a lot faster, but we do a lot more damage now. So, and again, we'll just be conservative fight. There's nothing to pick up here this time, though. Okay, and in the normal progression of the game, that was the second to last boss. So we basically triggered the end game now. So there's just some simple conversation to go through, and now you can just mash A, transfer. There's only one place to go now. But now this is important, though. As you're going into this next level, as soon as the screen loads in, press select. So now we're in this menu that we haven't seen at all. We're here because we want to cast a jump and then immediately jump. So jump, there we go. And we zip through the ceiling into the final boss room that's right below where you start. So at this point, just get down off of all this garbage. Make sure you touch the ground here. See how my feet are actually on the ground? You need to make sure to scroll the screen down at least this far. So now, we're not going to load in the proper graphics. We're going to fight this boss while it's glitched. It's actually easier. So at this point, jump over here, hit the ground. Okay. And now, just sort of jump. If you have the right sub-pixel positioning and stuff, you can just hold your sword up and kill the boss, but that's it. And we've beaten the game. So that's it. You can pause in there to look at stuff, but this would be my first recommendation. Like, if you want to learn how to run Strider any percent, like this is most of the work. What was left out are the two techniques that largely separate folks from like the top 20 or whatever it is now. But with these strats alone, you can get a very good time, because it's all about how smoothly you execute all of that. But the tricks to add in, and I would only recommend adding them in once you've gotten really comfortable with all of this, is the first one is the Australia air zip. That is pretty tricky. And then after that, if you want to go for world record or top 3 at this point, there is the Kazakh air zip, aka the Taz zip. The Kazakh air zip needs you to get the Australia air zip, so I would do Australia air zip first. Also, the technique for the Kazakh air zip has a commonality with the Australia air zip, so that's the order I'd recommend. Take what you've learned in this video, master it. If you want to go further, learn Australia air zip, master that. If you want to go further, learn the Kazakh air zip, and then there you go. And if you have any questions, just hit me up on Discord, is usually my preferred place to talk. Twitch DMs, I'll eventually see them. We'll just let this delightful credit music finish out. One last mention, so for the back step, it really is just learning timing. Learning that timing of being able to tap left and then pause 1 frame later. So setup, use your favorite gaming setup for the NES. I did this on an emulator only because I wanted to show you the input display. I much prefer to do this on my NES now. But when I first ran, and my, to this day, PB for any percent is on emulator. So, like, it's totally possible. This is, I would say this is a emulator-friendly speedrun. But there you go. Thanks for watching.